All right, welcome back to another 5 minutes Excel lesson. In this lesson, we want to take a look at using formulas again, and also look at how we format numbers, right? So let's jump into it. So I went ahead and I typed up a new worksheet, and of course, this one has to do with items purchased at a shop or at a store, the amount of the item purchased, the cost per unit, and then we would be in charge of finding the total cost. So pause the video and go ahead and type this up, and then we can start working with it. All right, once you have that, then I want to give you a chance to go ahead and format whatever we're doing here. So I'll do it manually by, let me use the cell style. I'll see that this is heading 1, heading 2. I will expand out the cells that are not showing, right? And this is my other, I'll put this as heading 3, and my data, of course, goes here. So these are all inputs, and then these are my outputs. So I'll put it as an output, right? So just so I have some kind of formatting done on it, and I also use an all border. All right. So let's say we're purchasing flour by the pound. We could put in the amount purchased. So let's say we purchased 3 pounds. Sugar, we did, let's say the same 3 pounds. Salt by the pack, we did 1 pack of salt. And ideals, we purchased, I love ideals, so that's 10, right? All right, so cost per unit, flour, we're assuming it's 1.25, and let me enable my numlock, so 1.25. Sugar, we're seeing it's $1 a pound. Salt, we're seeing it's 250, and the ideals are 0.25 or 25 cents each, right? So your job is to find out what the total cost will be by writing out a formula. And if you could recall, last time we did a formula where we added 2 values together, and I mentioned that you can use various mathematical operators on the formula. So in this case, then, what mathematical operator do you think we'll be using? If you guessed multiply, then you're right, right? We want to multiply the amount purchased by the cost per unit. So what formula do we write in here? Yes, so equal, remember that we start off all our formulas with the equal sign, equal B3, right, times C3. So B3 times C3. I press enter, 3.75. And for this other one, for the sugar total cost, it would be equal B4 times C4. So we could see that what's incrementing is the 3 from B, and the 3 from C now becomes 4. It means then that we can use our autofill feature. So I can click here and autofill these cells. So if the price of sugar, for example, would change to 150, then it would automatically change our total cost. So again, our formula looks like equal B3 times a C3. Now, several things I want to touch on. One is the formatting of our cell. Here we're dealing with cost per unit, which means we're dealing with money. And here we're dealing with total cost, which means we're also dealing with money. Now, to format your cell to currency, 2 ways of doing this. One, you can right click on the cell and choose format cells, and then of course you would go to number and then change the number to currency. That's one way. The easier way for me, because we want to make use of our ribbon, is that right under the number group, under the home tab, there is a $ here that we could use for accounting for changing our currency. Now there's a drop down for the different types of currency available, right? So we leave it as that one. So as soon as you select the cell, and I'll select all of these because all of these are dealing with currency, I can then change it to the $, and it changes it for us, right? And do remember that there are different denominations there that we can use. Notice that it also changed the decimal places for these numbers. And so you can also change decimal places manually by coming here to the number group and doing that, right? Clicking the number of decimal place, but automatically once you set it to dollars, it will change it to 2 decimal places. Good. So today we covered, again, looking at a basic formula. We also did a review of all the various formatting that we did, including the use of cell style. And we also got a chance to look at formatting of numbers into dollars.